Westland's mayor says any changes to BYO rules will kill off iconic community events and he won't be having a bar of it. Associate Justice Minister Mark Mitchell is taking advice about New Zealand's alcohol laws, including being able to BYO, bring your own alcohol to races and other such events. It comes after a briefing to the Police Minister, Paula Bennett, revealed police had identified alcohol at race meetings as being a serious issue. I think we can all recall some pictures along those lines. But Westland's Mayor Bruce Smith says while BYO has already been banned at race meetings in Wellington and Auckland, it's simply not a problem on the West Coast.
I am in the Murchison Cemetery and I'm looking at this beautifully laid out cemetery and I'm thinking, now where are we going to bury wild foods? And where are we going to bury our Kamara races? And I'm moving along a bit further. There's a bunch of people that died in the 1929 earthquake, but there's a gap there. We'll put the Hokitika Racing Club in there. You take the Kamara races. John, it's in its 134th year this year, and so in comes this daft legislation. Now, the headlines in our papers last year were police commend organisers, no trouble, great event, and suddenly this year we've got people coming along saying, well, I'm sorry, guys. The fact that you've bought a table and a bottle of wine or a couple of bottles of beer to the Kamara races for the last 134 years means nothing. We're going to declare the entire area, the 9 acres, as a licensed premises, and because of that, your number of security people is going to go from 5 to 25. Now, so because of that, the club turns around and says, well, shucks, we're going to have to raise the gate fee from $10 to $15. It's just absolutely unacceptable.
So is alcohol? So the Kumara races are a BYO and licensed event. You can buy it there if you want, and you can bring it if you want. Currently,
absolutely, and there has never been an issue with it.
No, so people haven't been driving home intoxicated and being pulled over in record numbers or any of that stuff.
Oh, I think there was 2 last year, but look. As a community, we're totally focused on driving out overindulgence in drink, family violence, which ends up as part of that. We're just totally opposed to it. But one size doesn't fit all, and we've got events that are absolutely, take the Wild Foods Festival. That's worth $6.5 million.
And is that a BYO event?
No, it's not. But it's controlled by the alcohol legislation, and we've gone from if you look, I'm not a young fella, but I tell you what, I can't stand the red tape. I look at the situation where we have you go up to the bar and you're allowed to carry 1 beer back, and if there's 4 of you, you've got to go up 4 times. You've got to go past the security man 4 times. This is not Hamilton or Auckland or Christchurch or Wellington, where you guys can't control your people at 4 o'clock in the morning. This is not one size fits all. These are events. They're critical to our economy. They're critical to keeping our community together. And I tell you what, we're not having a bar of it.
You feel quite strongly about this, don't you, Bruce?
Yes, I do. And I hope you don't take offence at the fact that I've expressed myself strongly.
No, not at all. No, not at all. We like a good opinion. We like honestly held opinion. I mean, I guess this is the point, isn't it? That there have been issues, and there has to be control over very large events in a city like Auckland, where there's 1.4 million people, and there needs to be a way of policing the availability of alcohol at very large events. But you're saying the Kumara races is not a very large event. It is a small community family event, and it has worked very well on these terms for over a century, and we don't want you to mess around with it.
That's it, in a nutshell. In a nutshell. Thank you so much for that.
My pleasure, Bruce. Bruce Smith, who is the Mayor of Westland, not of Hamilton or Auckland or Christchurch, we hasten to add.